Welcome back to my channel. How do you know law of attraction is working in your favor? A story I tell about a car I once got. I was dreaming about having a new car. I was sitting in my office and I was looking out the window, and there was an old car out there that I'd been driving for a while. It had lots of miles on it. And so one day my daughter and I, Stella, we went to I did some online research first, and I thought I wanted to get a pre-owned German car. And so I had found a location. It was about an hour away. So we drove to this location on I think it was a Saturday. And we went there and found the car, test drove the car, started to get into the financing of the car, and decided that the banks did not want to loan me money on the car as I was rolling negative equity into it from the car I currently had. And so they couldn't do the loan for me. And, this is something I just didn't think about. I mean, my credit is good. And I just didn't realize that in a pre-owned vehicle, they didn't want to carry the extra negative equity in the loan amount. So there was no deal to be done. So my daughter Stella and I, we got back in the car and we decided to ride down the road. Again, we're about an hour away from where we live. And we were riding down the road in this small town. And something told me as we were driving by a Volkswagen dealership to take a turn and go into that parking lot and let's just see what's there. So we drove through and we saw a Volkswagen that was really appealing, and thought it might be fun to take a look at. And the salesman came out, we started talking, and I told him about my situation. I said, I've got negative equity in this car, and I'm just not sure if I can roll it into another car, and especially a pre-owned car. And he said, well, when it comes to buying a new car, he said they look at the negative equity differently. And so let's take a look and see about the financing, and if this is a car you want, let's just see if the bank would take the deal like this. Fast forward a couple hours later, we were driving out of the Volkswagen dealership with a brand new car, and we really couldn't believe it. I mean, we sat out to get a pre-owned German car, and ended up with a brand new German car still, right, Volkswagen. And as I fast forward, we get the car back to where we live, and days pass and maybe a week passed, and I was sitting in my office and I looked out the window, and there was this new car that I'm telling the story about, this new Volkswagen car sitting out in the driveway. And a sort of a revelation came over me that it all started with me dreaming about having a new car, doing a little bit of internet work to find the car, and then also doing the legwork to go to the location to put my hands on the car. Ended up at a different location where we actually did a deal. But the point of this story is, one day I was thinking about a new car. 2 weeks later, I'm sitting in my office looking out the window, and there's actually a very new car, not just a different car in the pre-owned that I initially went for, but a new car. But either way, it's a new car to me sitting in my driveway. And I said, that's proof that law of attraction is working for me. I thought about it. Yes, I had to do some legwork for it, but then there's the proof. It's sitting in the driveway. Another way that law of attraction is speaking to us is when we look at the clock or look at the radio or anything and we see aligned numbers, such as 1111. Those are signs that I feel like that are saying you're heading in the right direction. You said you wanted something. You said you were going to do something. It's a reflection of you vibrating high. Here's a sign, 1111. Here's a sign, 1010. Something like that. And that's a synchronicity. Another synchronicity that law of attraction can immediately be proving itself that it's working in your behalf is you're thinking about someone, and then before you know it, you receive a text from that person, or you're thinking of someone and then you go out and you run into that person. There's many different ways that law of attraction is communicating with us, sending us signs that here, you thought about something, you said you wanted something, you said you wanted to do something, and here's proof that law of attraction is already working in your behalf. So I hope this helps you to become more alert to the signs and signals that law of attraction is speaking to you and returning to you that which you said you wanted, you dreamed that you wanted. And it's really fun. And And it makes my vibration go even higher because I begin to build more and more confidence as I see these validating signs and synchronicities and proof that law of attraction is working in my favor. So I hope that helps.